For all our CNM viewers, today's recipe is Qatayef, or what you need for this recipe. First, let's talk about the dry ingredients. The dry ingredients include half teaspoon of dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half cup of semolina, quarter of teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and finally 1 cup of all-purpose flour. You can use also the cake flour, whatever is available. For the wet ingredients, you need half cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 cup and a half of warm water. So in one bowl, you mix all the dry ingredients together: the flour, the semolina, the salt, sugar, dry yeast, and the baking powder. In another bowl, you mix all the wet ingredients, the milk, vanilla, and the warm water. Then you pour the wet ingredients onto the dry ingredients. For this purpose, you can use the food processor, but I really prefer to use the whisker. So you whisk and you mix all the ingredients together. Keep mixing really well, because you have to make sure that there's no lumps still visible. As you can see, some lumps can form on the sides of the bowl, so just scrape them with the whisker and keep whisking and mixing the ingredients all together. Mix really well, because you have to make sure that there's no lumps are still there, you know. Mix really well. It's very similar to the pancake, but obviously the ingredients and the cooking process are totally different. Keep on whisking and mixing all the ingredients together. Make sure that there are no lumps are still visible. As you can see, this is the consistency that we need for this recipe. It's very runny, very liquid. No lumps are visible. Very similar to the pancake, but ingredients and cooking process are totally different, as I said before. Then you cover the bowl with a plastic wrap and let it set aside for 1 hour to proof. After 1 hour, as you can see, our batter, the Qatayef batter, is really all bubbly, all these air bubbles. Then you start pouring quarter to half of a cup of the Qatayef batter into a pan on a medium heat. As soon as you start pouring this batter, you can see all these air bubbles that form on the surface. It's very lovely, and this is an indication that our batter has proved really well after an hour. So, as I said before, the ingredients, of Qatayef is totally different than the pancake, but the concept is similar. The way that we cook them are similar, but the cooking process is a little bit different, because unlike the pancakes, Qatayef, you don't turn them to the other side. Just with a spatula, you make sure that basically once in a while you make sure that the sides don't stick to the pan, and also you make sure that they don't burn, because we have to wait patiently till the upper surface is dried by itself, or we just wait till the upper surface dry by itself. As you can see, some part of the upper surface has dried, and they're still on the center, still very wet. So we just wait till the upper surface is totally dry or almost dry. إذا لكل متابعي CNM، وصفتنا لليوم هي عجينة القطايف. رح نحتاج للعجينة كوب واحد من الطحين، نحتاج نصف كوب من السميد الخشن أو الناعم. أنا استعملت السميد الناعم. بنستعمل ربع ملعقة صغيرة ملح، ملعقتين كبار سكر، ملعقتين صغار بيكنج باودر، ونصف ملعقة صغيرة خميرة فورية. نخلط جميع المحتويات مع بعض منيح منيح. طبعا نقدر نستعمل محضرة الطعام لهذا الهدف، ولكن أنا فضلت إنه أستعمل طبعا الويسكر أو الخلاط اليدوي. بعد ما خلطنا جميع المحتويات مع بعض، بنترك العجينة تختمر لمدة ساعة. بعد بساعة نبدأ بسكب ربع لنصف كوب من عجينة القطايف في مقلاة على نار متوسطة، وطبعا بننتظر بالصبر حتى السطح الأعلى ينشف لوحده. طبعا خلال عملية طبخ عجينة القطايف رح نشوف انه كتير فقاعات هواء رح تتكون، خاصة على السطح الأعلى. هذا دليل على انه العجينة انه عجينة القطايف اختمرت بشكل كتير جيد. And always we continue with the same process, pouring quarter to half cup of our Qatayef batter into a pan on medium heat. As you can see, as soon as we start pouring this batter, a lot of air bubbles form on the surface. As I said before, unlike the pancake, we don't turn the Qatayef, Qatayef dough or Qatayef batter to the other side. We just wait patiently till the upper surface dry by itself. Just make sure once in a while with a spatula, make sure that basically our batter doesn't, our Qatayef, lovely Qatayef, doesn't stick to the pan and doesn't burn. Because as I said, we can't turn them. We just basically cook one side and the other side has to dry by itself. بنفس العملية طبعا كيف ما قلنا قبل انه بنسكب ربع لنصف كوب من عجينة القطايف بداخل مقلاة على نار متوسطة. بنبدأ نشوف فقاعات الهواء اللي بتتكون على السطح. هذا دليل كيف ما قلنا انه انه العجينة اختمرت بشكل جيد جدا. وبننتظر بصبر بفارغ الصبر حتى السطح الأعلى ينشف لوحده. this is the final result of our lovely qatayef. As you can see, it's all bubbly. All these air bubbles has formed on the surface. It's really like, you can't even smell them, but first of all, they smell really good and they taste really, really good. As you can see, this is the upper part and this is also the lower part of the qatayef. هاي النتيجة الأخيرة لعجينة القطايف. كيف ما بنشوف اللون والريحة والطعم لذيذ جدا. As you can see, our dough of qatayef dough is really very soft, very elastic. This is very important because we have to stuff the qatayef later. So stay tuned for other videos on how to make our stuffings and how to stuff the qatayef and how to cook them. For all CNM viewers, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for other videos. وشكرا لمتابعتكم.